Hi, the time is here. It's time for our diet challenge. Hello, subscribers, and hello to all my new subscribers. And this is going to be fun. I was thinking the other day how fun this diet challenge would be in our YouTube community if, I don't know if there's another one on here where we could all come together as one family and help each other to lose 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 15 pounds, whatever we want to lose as a community. Just give each other encouragement, give each other some advice, give each other some free recipes, be here like a support group for everybody. I think that would be just amazing. I know I would need it. I'm looking forward to you giving me support and giving me some tips as I hope that I can pass on and give you some tips. And I'm going to be glancing down every so often. I apologize in advance because I have some notes and I'm going to try to get through this without it being 25 minutes, but I have so much to try to get across because this today is what I want to do is just try to get you mentally motivated and ready to go on a diet. So I figure in about 7 days I'll come back to you and we will actually start the program. We will start the actual diet. But you know as well as I do, you've got to get your mindset for a diet. At least I do. I mean, how many of you have gone out to eat, you sat down to a big plate of this and a big plate of that, and you felt like a fat cow. Why did I eat that? Why did I eat that? Well, I'm going on a diet tomorrow. That's it. I'm going on a diet tomorrow. And you go to bed and you wake up in the morning and you're laying there and your hands on your stomach and you're thinking, well, I don't feel so bad. It's pretty flat and your stomach is growling because when you eat that much the night before, your stomach's always growling in the morning like you haven't fed it in a year. Come on. And you're like sitting there thinking, well, that stomach's not too bloated, but you don't think that you're laying on your back and all that meat's gone to the back. You'll see it when you get up, but you don't think about it because the diet program was only because last night you ate too much. Today's a different day. Maybe you'll get up and figure you're okay and you'll have a donut and coffee, or you'll grab something that you shouldn't in the kitchen, and me, it would probably be a donut. I always tell my granddaughter, God, I hope Dunkin' Donuts never sponsors me, because if I ever go into my mailbox and I get 3 dozen donuts, I'm going to be back at you going, so anyway, let me talk to you about Dunkin' Donuts today. That's where they'll be. But anyway, so this is just to get us all ready, get us mentally prepared. Think about it. You're not going to do it tomorrow, but I want you to think about it. I want you to pay attention, and I want you, to plan a goal. And, in order to get to a goal, you've got to walk towards that goal. And to reach it, you've got to work toward it. And overnight is not going to get it. So in the next 7 days, I just think it would be fun to just do things like you normally do. I mean, take 3 days of this 7 days. Do what you always do. Walk in the kitchen, do what you have to do, cook if you're busy, if you're taking your kids to soccer, to football, to baseball, you're stopping at McDonald's, you're eating. Just think about it, what you're doing. Think about how that eating pattern is. Think about what you're feeding your kids. Think about, okay, I just got 12-piece chicken nugget at McDonald's, or I got something at Wendy's, or I ate this, or I ate that, or if you're cooking, I mean, think about, do you cook and eat a meal before you actually sit down to eat a meal, but you don't count that, and then you sit down, and then you eat a meal, and then when you clean the table, you eat another meal, but we don't count that. It's like freebies, it's like kind of like a cake, you just take a sliver here and another sliver an hour later, but we don't count them because we didn't take a big piece. So, but concentrate on on what you're doing. Concentrate on how you're eating. Concentrate when you go to the grocery store. What are you putting in your cart? I mean, should you be buying veggies? Should you be buying fruit? What do you normally buy? What could you cut back on? What could you do to benefit yourself? If you're cooking, how could you cut back on what you're cooking to benefit the family, to benefit you? Just do everything for the next 3 days. Write it down. If you have a cookie in the morning, you know, it might be a pain to you, jot it down. You know, if you stop at, you know, Starbucks or someplace that has a latte, cafe latte, papola, whatever they are. I mean, who knows? Caramel latte, I don't know. I don't drink them. So, but think about the calories that are in those. Think about those. Write it down. Take a little journal with you. Write down what you have. And by the end of the 3 or 4 days, look at that journal and say, whew, boy, I could have done without that. I could have done without this. I could have done without that. I didn't have to stop at, you know, blah, blah, blah for this kind of food. I could have done this. I could have done that. There's lots of ways to think about how you're eating and how you're going to cut back. And if anything, just, I don't know if I know how to link it, but I made a video with my sinuses on finding the right diet for you and find what works. I'm going to try to link it in the description box. I don't know if I'm good yet to do that. I don't know if I can do that, but I'll try to figure it out. If not, just go back and find, you'll see my video. It says Finding the Right Diet for You, and it's 22 minutes, I know, but it'll talk to you about maybe reaching in and finding out what kind of a person you are, which can determine what kind of a diet you should go on. And this isn't really about a diet program, so to speak. You can be on any diet that you want. You can be on Weight Watchers, you could be on South Beach, you could be on Atkins diet. This isn't about a particular diet. You can be on anything, but any diet that you go on, you have to be dedicated to, and you're gonna find food, and you're gonna pick. I mean, me, I think I told you before, I was Weight Watcher gal, and we always weighed in Saturday morning early, and so we could go out and eat and drink Saturday night and Sunday, and then we'd start back up on Monday. I know. we thought we had it all. We thought we had it all done, but sometimes, you know, sometimes you just do stuff like that. So just concentrate on what you're doing. Concentrate on what you're eating. Concentrate on what you're buying at the grocery store. Think about, you know, writing a journal. Think about, if you can write a journal, think about, are you that kind of a person that can write things down? I mean, it's important to know what goes in your mouth, because sometimes you don't count them, but they're in there. But if you write it down, you'll see it. Ooh, yeah, I had like 5 cookies today. Yeah, that's not very good. So sometimes when you see it in black and white, you'll go, oh, that's what I'm doing wrong. I mean, we're all doing something wrong. I mean, I found these peanut butter filled pretzels that me and my husband found, and we were like, oh no, that's my downfall. I mean, we've been like eating them. I just read today like 10 of them are like 150 calories and I don't know how many carbs, and I was like, ooh, yeah. So okay, so that's going to be cut back. And there's, you know, I went out today, for example, and I got we went to Sam's Club, and my husband loves those hot dogs. I don't know if you have Sam's Club, Costco, I don't know if they have them. They're like $1.50 for a hot dog and a large pop. And I usually don't eat the whole hot dog, but I felt deprived today because I didn't eat breakfast or lunch, so I ate the whole hot dog. And I was so miserable after I ate it. And I thought, if I would have cut that hot dog in half, wrapped that piece up and gave it to my husband or put it aside, I wouldn't have seen it, and I would have been perfectly satisfied with that half a hot dog. I could have done that. And that's something that I'm going to concentrate on and that I'm going to do from now on. And you can do that too. So go out and at least make a plan in your head. Write down, you know, for the next 3 or 4 days what you're eating. Make a little journal of what you're eating. And I bet you're going to be surprised at the amount of food that you actually take in. I mean, you didn't get that way because, you know, you ate a granola bar or something. I mean, which is another thing. If you're going to start a program and you like a granola bar, eat something with substance in it. I mean, those Nutri-Grain bars maybe for some are good, but I mean, I can house that thing down in 2 minutes, and like 10 minutes later I'll feel like I didn't even eat. So get a bar if you like protein bars. I'm going to put some pictures in that I took today of my favorite ones that have substance to them that are really good. Just kind of, make some plans in your head. Plan your own eating program. Whether if you're on Weight Watchers, that's great, but you still have to find something that works for you so that you're not picking. I mean, every time you walk into your kitchen, are you walking into that kitchen going, wow, I'm just such a good decorator, I should be on Fixer Upper. Look at these balls, look how nice I decorated. I bet you're not. I bet you're going into that kitchen trying to find a cookie crumb to lick up, I bet you. You open up that refrigerator door and you like look at it like, da-da, what can I eat? What can I eat? Anyway, so, but that's my plan for you. And that's what I want you to do this week. I want you to concentrate on what you're doing. What do you think you're doing wrong? What are you eating? What could you cut down on? What did you eat that was bad? When you go to the grocery store, think about the foods that you would have put in your cart, like I did the other day. I started to grab stuff and put it in my cart that normally I would have, and I thought, nah. And don't buy anything that you don't like fat-free dressing and things like that. Don't, because if you're gonna eat a salad, eat a salad. I mean, I've always made ranch dressing, put it in a squirt bottle and add a little bit of milk and shake it up just to get it a little thinner, and squirted my salad with it. I mean, I want the real thing when I eat. I don't want to cut back on that. And so, and I also want to ask you, and of course you know, because you saw that I wrote this book on finding the right diet for you. But when I wrote this book, I had taken a poll. I went around to, I don't know, probably 50 different people, and I asked them, what excuse do you have for eating? And I picked like 21 of the best ones. I'm just going to run through them. So I said, what excuses do you have to eat? Well, one was, I'm bored. You eat because you're bored. Okay, think about that. Think about all these if you fit one of them. 2, I eat because I'm depressed. Okay, maybe. 3, I'm stressed. Who isn't stressed? I'm stressed now just thinking about what I want to say. I could go and get an Oreo cookie, but I'm not. 4, I have cravings. Okay, sometimes I have sweet cravings and I eat a cookie, and then I want something salty, and then I'll eat a chip or 3. And so it goes back and forth and back and forth. Pay attention to your cravings this week. Pay attention to what, you're really thinking about, what you really like. 5, I have to eat what's on my plate. Come on. I was raised, I told you, Italian. My dad said, you're going to eat whatever's on that plate. You're not going to get up until it's all gone. So that's why I eat everything on my plate. I don't so much now, but I did because Daddy told me to. And I always listen to my daddy. 6, PMS. That's the good one that I just talked about. You know how you eat when you're PMSing. 7, it calms my nerves. Yeah, sucking on a milkshake, just the sucking alone, does something to your face muscles and calms you down. Hello. 8, I eat to survive. Okay, who doesn't? 9, I just love food. Yeah, that's why we're here. That's why we're overweight or obese or whatever we are, because we just love food. 10, eat because spouse eats. Hello, whatever. 11, eat because spouse cooks. He or she'll get mad if I don't eat it. Okay, maybe. I don't have a spouse that cooks. I cook, and he eats everything that I put in front of him, but could be. 12, you eat out of habit. Now, you could probably say that you do, maybe you're grabbing food. Concentrate on it this week. Are you eating out of habit? Are you just looking for something to pick on just because it's habit. You got to have something you got to constantly chew. Could be. 13. Food is what made me into what I am. Baby, look at me now. I remember that lady that I asked that question to, and she was probably 200 pounds. So okay, she would say that. 14. Food brings peace to my life. Yeah, okay. I can think of a lot of things that brings peace to my life. Going to church, reading the Bible, I don't know, taking a walk with my husband, playing with my grandkids. There's lots of things that give me peace, but we're talking food here, I guess. 15, just plain starved. Well, who isn't? Like I said before, you get up in the morning, and after you eat the night before, you're starved like you didn't feed yourself for like a month. Okay. 16, I'm hungry. Okay, I'm hungry all the time. 17, cook for the kids, so I eat with them. Today's times it's kind of hard to eat with everybody sitting down at one table anymore, which is kind of sad because nobody really sits down together anymore as a family and eats. We're all so busy going in different directions that that's hard to do. But if you could pinpoint that and you could change that this week, and you could make it so that you could all sit down together as a family, that would be an awesome goal to reach during all of this. 18, I go out to eat a lot, so I eat everything because I paid for it. So if you bring it home, it doesn't count that you paid for it. But you have to eat it at the restaurant because you paid the tab for it. But you can't box it up and bring it home, half of it. Okay. 19, spouse is an awesome cook. Well, we covered that one. 20, I am away at school and embarrassed to be on a diet. Well, okay. I remember my daughter when she was in college. She didn't want to go out with her friends and eat salad, and they all sat in the dorm, and she ate rice and ramen noodles. And I remember at her freshman year, she packed on the freshman 15 because of, she says, I always thought rice and ramen noodles were good for you. Not the carbs, nada. And 21, I eat because I feel sorry for myself. And that's probably a good one because, you know, when we start any eating program, right away we feel sorry for ourselves. We work, you know, we work hard, we take care of the family, we take care of the kids. I deserve that candy bar. I deserve it. I should have it because I deserve it. Wipe the slate clean. Forget about it. Forget about it. Forget about it. So let this week be a concentration of how you can change and how you eat and how you feed your family. And let's concentrate for the next 7 days on things that you can change. I mean, we wash our face every day. Let's wash our bodies inside and cleanse them the way they should be cleansed. Stock up on water, and also the best thing I can tell you, and this has been my little plate that I've had since Weight Watcher days. It's my little plate. It's a little short plate. This is your portion control. And I usually put my salad in here, a little bit of meat here, and my vegetables right there, or whatever I have. So I usually pretty much, I'll tell you, eat pretty much the tasty foods that I want because I don't feel deprived. I just separate them, and the biggest portion I eat is my salad. And when I'm dieting and when I'm trying to get on an eating program, which is, you know, I mean, you all know my age, 57, backwards. And I think that I've done pretty good with my eating program. I mean, I have been up and down 10, up and down 15. I mean, I haven't gained like 50 pounds and stuff. And I pretty much monitored, which is why I wrote the book, Finding the Right Diet for You. It was kind of like my own journal to monitor my own eating habits. And I'm trying to pass that on to you. And then buy your stuff. I got this at Aldi's the other day for $2.99. You can put some food in here, you know, and have it for the next day. And, you know, if you're out, and just one quick little tip, go get a cooler in your car if you're on the go a lot, and you know, pack a Slim Fast in there, pack a good energy bar in there, something with some substance, pack some veggie strips. I make a bag, a little sandwich bag with celery, carrots, and raisins, so that when you reach in the bag, it's like a surprise. You know, you never know what your taste buds are going to get, and the raisins kind of like satisfy that sweet craving. I mean, there's lots of little tricks, and I'm hoping that, you know, in the comments down there, you'll have a lot of little tricks that you can pass on to other people to help us all stay on the wagon and not fall off the wagon with our eating program, because we all need it. So kind of concentrate on, you know, making your own plan. Concentrate on the food that you're buying. Excuse me. The next time you go to the grocery store, look around and see, you know, ooh, yeah, I have been buying it. Think about it. Listen to yourself. Think about what you're doing for the next few days, and then stock up on water. Get yourself mentally prepared. Buy yourself one of those plates. Get some lettuce. Do the things that, you know, eat the things that you like. Don't deprive yourself. If you're on Atkins, great. You know what to do. Just watch your portions. I mean, I was on South Beach. I really liked South Beach. I liked the protein, but it said steak and salad for dinner, and I'd probably get a 12-ounce steak because they didn't really say how much. They just said steak and salad. So I just had 14-ounce steak. I don't know. And I wondered, why am I not losing that fast? So even though you're on a particular program, you have to watch the food that you take in. That's very important. So I probably will edit this and probably go back, because I know I forgot to tell you something, but my main thing is to just start a challenge and challenge yourself this week to eat better, make better choices, think about how you can buy things that are better, clean out your pantry, stock up on water, get your stuff ready to rock and roll, so that in 7 days when we come back, we'll all maybe we won't weigh in, but just kind of comment 10 pounds, 5 pounds, 6 pounds. Tell us how much you want to lose, and then we'll check in every couple weeks and support each other and see how we're all doing. I think it's going to be fun. I think this is going to be like a really good support group for us. And I'm sorry that this ran long. But anyway, I just had so much to say and so much to get it out. And in the meantime, I'm still going to do some videos. I've got one coming on. People ask me what I've done if I moisturize, you know, my whole body, and I do. So I'm going to give you some tips on head to toe and in between. So I want you to get yourself ready, so you'll be moisturizing that nice skinny body of yours, so that you'll be looking pretty good before the holidays come and we gain more weight. Ooh. So concentration, challenge is on. Go to the grocery store, buy your plates. I'll see you back here with a pound count that you want to lose in about 7 to 10 days. In the meantime, I love you guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for passing me around. Pass me to all your friends if they want to join the diet challenge. I think this is would be a great YouTube thing, to actually have a YouTube channel of supporters for our health. And the main thing too, if you can squeeze it in during this next week, go see your doctor, get a checkup. And I say that to you because I had a friend who we were dieting together, and she was just having an awful time. And finally, when she went to the doctor, she was hypo or hyper, or I should know. I worked for surgery for a long time. But she was gaining weight because of her thyroid. And so you might have an underlying condition, and sometimes even going to the doctors, they'll find stuff that you never even thought was there. So I would get a good checkup before you start any eating program. And like I say, go watch my video on finding the right diet for you, and it'll help give you some tips on finding the person that you are before you start a plan. So let's wish us all good luck, and ready, set, go! Bye. Love you.